Now on CoastTV News.
And Sussex County road conditions, how people are preparing for slow and icy drives.
Sand to snow. A few people were out on the coast today enjoying the beaches, but now the snow is here.
And further down the coast, people in Ocean City preparing for the frosty forecast.
Plus, helping others prepare for that snow, what one organization is doing to help people they serve.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Here's a live look into Rehoboth Beach right now as the flurries keep on falling over Delmarva. Good evening, I'm Christina D. Robertus.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with the winter storm, and it is here on Delmarva.
We have crews all across the peninsula to help keep you safe and informed as the snow system moves across our area. People
in Sussex County are getting ready for the snow by stocking up and preparing for any inconvenience the weather may cause. One of those inconveniences being the roads. With bad weather comes ice and hard snow. Makes it difficult for drivers on the coast to get around. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy is live in our first alert weather Jeep. Brendan, it looks like it's starting to come down.
Charlie and Christina, when we first got in the first alert weather Jeep just a few moments ago, these roads were pretty clear and there wasn't much snow around. If you take a look outside now, the roads still are okay aside from that wet snow, some slush. It's basically the outside of the roads that are seeing the most snow, the grass. What's on the roads right now is that wet, sticky stuff like we said. So it's just a matter of time before they turn in from that slush to that harder ice that we know on these Sussex roads. And when we spoke with someone in Milton, he said that it's not just the main roads you should be looking out for.
I think with all the secondary roads in Sussex County, it is a little more difficult. I mean, I think Route 1 and all the main arteries have been very well taken care of, but a lot of little side roads and subdivisions and developments, I think they get a little neglected just because there are so many of them.
Like I said, this is what the roads look like right now, and we'll be back in just about an hour to update you on Coast TV News at 6 on what these roads look like. Guys?
Thank you, Brendan. And now we have seen the roads, but let's take a look at our forecast.
First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Christina. And the same storm that we've been warning you about, well, now it has indeed arrived, and it looks like the rate of snow is ranging between 1 inch to 1.5 inches per hour thus far. Here's a live depiction of what's happening in Ocean City, and visibility is going to continue to be a problem as well. Switching gears, taking a look into the Salisbury area, just to kind of show and demonstrate how quickly, with the lack of traffic happening, just how quickly we're starting to see some accumulation, even on the roads while we have daylight hours. I expected and anticipated that during the daylight hours, this will kind of stay slushy. It won't freeze quite as hard, and that's what we're seeing right now. But we have such an overabundance of moisture that it's turning into a problem even a little bit ahead of schedule. Now, Dry Tech camera in Ocean City, we're at 32 degrees there with the snow coming down pretty steadily. And then our tunnel and razor camera in Lewis, we're looking at conditions staying a bit blighted as well. Now, you'll notice also that it's very gray. Visibility is a big problem for us, and we're going to continue with more snow that's going to continue on a steady basis. As far as this evening is concerned, bottom line here is this: snow, heavy at times. We're looking for 1 to 2 inches per hour snow rates. So travel is very much discouraged right now. Listen, if you really don't have to be outside, don't even risk it, because it's just too much of a bother to have to pull you out of the ditch as far as just dealing with that. Now, not only are the roads becoming a problem, but actual just being able to see has become a problem. We've dropped down in visibility down to 1/2 mile for us in Georgetown, 1/2 mile for us or less in Salisbury, and the same holds true for us in Ocean City. Temperatures right now dropping to freezing already, so that's a little ahead of the schedule of our modeling. We're still under a winter storm warning, meaning that we're bracing for 5 to 7 inches of snow, possibly 9 inches of snow in some isolated areas. That stays in effect for the rest of the night until 7 o'clock Wednesday morning. Coming up, we're going to take a detailed look and an analysis of our forecasted additional snow that's going to continue throughout the night, Christina.
Okay, thank you, Paul. And as Paul just was talking about the snow, it's still coming down. It started about 2:30 this afternoon. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is live in Milton tonight. Emma, tell us what you're seeing out there.
Christina, it's a winter wonderland out here. If you look at the trees behind me, the snow's really starting to come down onto them. And if you look at the ground, it's really starting to pile on. If you look at my jacket, this is that wet type of snow. And we spoke with some people earlier on the coast. Preparations were in full swing, not only for them, but for their animals.
During the snow, they usually just hunker down in their boxes that's full of straw and stuff, and they huddle together. And they usually just don't come out until the snow is cleared out or it's warm enough for them to come sit in the sun.
And with this wet, heavy snow, it's perfect for, you guessed it, snowballs. Look at that. Perfect snowball. Live in Milton, Emma Egan, Coast TV News.
Yeah, it was fun to watch out there. We've showed you people on the coast that are gearing up for what could be a heavy snowstorm. Looks like it's a heavy snowstorm. That also includes people at Village Volunteers in Lewis. They provide a number of services for older adults. Executive Director Anna Mosher says that the volunteers were busy today helping people get ready for that snow.
Starting today, we're starting to look at our services that we have scheduled for tomorrow and rescheduling any of those that are not say medical appointments, for example, so they're not as urgent.
We now head to Ocean City, where windshield wipers are up and ready to welcome winter once again. Joining us live in Ocean City is Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappé. Kevin, Ocean City officials are telling people stay off the roads.
Christina, for the past 3 hours, wet and heavy snow have been coming down here in Ocean City. And as you can see, it's sticking to the sidewalks and even parts of the road. Now, Ocean City did advise people to stay off the roads until Wednesday afternoon. But if you do have to end up driving, the Ocean City Police Department says to drive cautiously.
Make sure you're leaving a good distance between you, another vehicle, and especially plow vehicles if they're out and about working the road.
Now, this snow is supposed to turn into rain overnight, so be sure to be on the lookout of that black ice. I'm Kevin Zappé, live in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Looking more regionally now, in anticipation of snow, road crews were out early this afternoon across Dorchester County. Before the snow started to fall, local businesses were prepping the plows and salting the roads. They say they're not expecting anything different this time around compared to last month's storm, but they do plan to pay more attention to the road less traveled.
Because they're probably mostly concerned about the major highways, but a lot of people forget about is the back roads. They're the worst usually. We're going to stay around the clock more instead of just on a regular basis schedule.
Local road crews today say they'll be out this evening and throughout the night working to plow the roads and even local neighborhoods there in Dorchester County.
Students across Delmarva got to leave school a little early today. On your screen now are some students leaving Lewis Elementary. For all school closings and delays, make sure to visit our website and download our Coast TV app so you can stay up to date.
And I know you guys are going to be shocked, but our Coast TV poll today, it has to do with the snow. What is the best part of a snow day?
Let's see what you think. Take a look at your screen. Most people, 59%, saying the scenic views. And I would have to agree, our viewers always take the best pictures of those scenic views, so send them our way if you're taking pictures. A few people say outdoor fun, cozy indoor fun, or short school days or work days.
I like all of those options. If you haven't voted yet, you can go to coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app. And as we enter tonight, Coast TV News is going to be your source for this winter storm. We will have coverage on TV, on coasttv.com, on our apps, and on our radio stations. We are your source for this weather event.
We have an update on what's happening with the winter storm. Widespread heavy showers, snow showers now covering Dewey Beach, Bottom Hills, Ocean View, and we're starting to get tabulations of over an inch in some areas. We'll continue to update you.
First, Delmarva is not the only place seeing snowfall. We take a look at the series of winter storms across the U.S. That's coming up next.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
I need everyone to start recommending additional services to our patients.
Upselling.
That is another way people pronounce it.
We do offer colonoscopies.
I'm good with just a splint.
This is for our more discerning patients.
St. Dennis Medical, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Why just dream of paradise when you can live in one? With a new in-ground pool from Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford, you can turn your backyard into a personal oasis. We design and custom build every pool to fit your vision, whether it's vinyl, fiberglass, or concrete. From residential retreats to commercial wonders, we do it all. And with a transferable warranty, you can dive in with confidence. So why not make a splash and upgrade your backyard with Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford? This February, fall in love with safety and reliability, because at Gateway Subaru, we believe love means keeping you safe. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standard.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
This storm is so massive and so mammoth and so wide that it's affecting more than just us here in Delmarva. The first of this week's back-to-back winter storms brought snow, ice, and rain to 1,500-mile stretch in the eastern U.S. for today. And it's part of a winter blitz chain of storms that's continued uninterrupted since the start of February, coast to coast. Laura Aguirre brings us up to date on more on where this storm and the other ones, with the several waves that are headed our way, moving through the country.
People should stay home. If you don't have to go anywhere, don't go.
Solid advice from Petersburg Public Works, and not just for Virginians, but for millions of people living up and down the eastern U.S. today. The first stop on a week-long rotation of snow, ice, and rain set to stretch coast to coast over the next few days. Virginia road crews in some counties worked 12-hour shifts to get as much salt and brine down as possible. Cities like New York and Boston still digging out after a weekend winter blast, now bracing for more, possibly later this week, as round 2 on Wednesday brings heavy snowfall from the Central Plains to the Midwest before revisiting the Northeast into Thursday. Then, by week's end on the West Coast,
we are now looking at what will be, up to this point, the most significant storm season so far this winter, impacting the greater Los Angeles area from Wednesday into Friday.
One that could pose a high risk of mudslides and debris flows over areas scarred by the recent fires in Southern California.
We're saying right now approximately a 50 to 70% chance of that activity.
Forecasters say the storm could eventually spread over the entire length of the state.
We're urging everyone to already have an evacuation plan, have multiple ways of receiving emergency alert information.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
When I got to the office, I found myself just a little bit out of focus. When I was signing documents, I found that I couldn't even sign my name. And then I stumbled a little bit. And my assistant, Becky Roberts, said, "You don't look well." And I said, "No, I'm okay, just tired." And then she said, "If you don't go to the ER, I'm going to call Rebecca, my wife. I said, okay. And the way I was treated was exactly the way we treat anybody else who comes to the ER with a stroke. CAT scan first, vital signs, and then patient room right away. And then literally within minutes, the Jefferson neurologist was already online with our teleneurology system. Minutes count. And having a neurologist there to see everything makes a huge difference. Healthcare is more and more a team sport. BB Healthcare and what we are and what we're becoming. And our relationship with Jefferson not only saved my life, but made sure that I have minimal impact, that I'm able to live my life and continue doing what I do for a long time.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable raccoon? Attack.
Bark!
Attack. It's not easy taking out the trash. That's why you need strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty, I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
There will be even more brotherly love than usual in Philadelphia this Valentine's Day. That's when the city is throwing its Super Bowl parade and ceremony for the Philadelphia Eagles. Preparations are underway for the big celebration. The Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 on Sunday in a game that didn't seem that close. Quarterback Jalen Hurts was named the game's most valuable player.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 8:30, it's Salisbury University taking on Grove City in men's lacrosse. Then a full recap of all the action on the final score at 10:30.
And coming up, a referendum is approaching for the Indian River School District families. How you can learn more about what the district is looking at. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
At Patio Systems, integrity is the pillar of our craft, creating outdoor havens that stand the test of time. Expand your outdoor season with the shore's best selection of screens and glass enclosures, pergolas, retractable awnings, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems. Visit our new showroom located on Coastal Highway and experience our products firsthand, or schedule a free consultation with our friendly staff. Be on the lookout for our sales now through March 1st at Patio Systems, locally owned and operated since 2001.
Sponsored by Patio Systems, where integrity is the pillar of our craft.
Ready to upgrade your drive? Visit buyatoyota.com or scan this QR code and start your journey today. Ready for anything with comfort that lasts the whole trip? Your new RAV4 is waiting with deals just a click away. Right now, buy a new Toyota RAV4 with low 4.99% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
It's the President's Day sale too big for just one store. February 13th through the 21st at Donaway Furniture in Ocean City, Bethany Resort Furnishings in Bethany, and the new Home Living by Donaway in West OC. Save store-wide on in-stock and custom items. Get 10% off any purchase, 15% off purchases of $19.99 or more, and 20% off $49.99 or more. And as always, veterans and active duty military, law enforcement, and first responders get an additional 5% off. See you there.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us. Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
The winter storm we've been warning you about has indeed arrived as scheduled, and we are expecting for the snow to continue for the next 4 to 5 hours. We are currently under the thumb of a storm system that's been plaguing not just us, but several folks along the East Coast, and as it marched through the Ohio and Tennessee Valley. We are currently holding at 32 degrees in Indian River Inlet, Bethany Beach, Ocean Pines, Ocean City, Redden, as well as Milton, as well as Seaford. So now we are at that freezing level where the snow can make its greatest impact. Visibility has also been compromised. We are down to a half a mile of visibility in Ocean City, as well as Georgetown. And if you're headed towards the Salisbury area, it's the same there. A winter storm warning has been activated and stays in effect for the rest of the night until about Wednesday, 7 o'clock. When we talk about a storm warning, a winter storm warning, we're basically bracing for 5 to 7 inches of snow, generally for everybody. Now that's from Lewis down to Dewey Beach, Bottom Hills to Ocean View until 7 o'clock Wednesday. An additional winter storm warning has been issued for places like Fenwick Island, Ocean City, Ocean Pines, Holly Grove, Berlin, and Ironshire, and that one will stay in effect until 10 o'clock. So those are two separate warnings on the same storm in two different regions. So we are not going to escape this. We're feeling the snow just about everywhere you point to, and this is part of a bigger system that actually has a 1, 2, and believe it or not, 3 punches that are connected to it. But we're only going to deal with one bite of the apple at a time. First of all, tonight, 1 to 2 inches, per hour with mixing possible along the coast. That's what we're expecting for tonight. Tomorrow, a lot of this changes over to rain and becomes a slushy situation as the second system moves in tomorrow evening. Tonight, it becomes tricky because we see rain that will begin to take over by 10:30 in some places like Millsboro, Long Neck, and Fenwick Island. But then the cold reestablishes itself early Wednesday morning, so a refreezing is going to be my biggest concern along the roads. Not even so much am I concerned about the amount of snow in inches, but it's the refreezing effect. We're seeing that same effect here from Ocean Pines down to Pocomoke City. 10:30, we change over to rain, temperatures at about 35. Then you see that iciness comes back into play to possibly refreeze the roads in that region. We're estimating and looking for about 2 to 5 inches of snow from Pittsfield to Ocean Pines, 5 to 7, Georgetown, Seaford, Lewis, Rehoboth, and then up towards Milford, 7 to 9 inches of snow there. So when we go into tomorrow, what are we expecting? Slushy conditions, then followed by cloudy, and then followed by more rain for tomorrow. So that's how we're going to have to deal with the sky conditions. Finally, here's a look at what we're expecting as far as the 7-day forecast is concerned. We are going to have a yellow alert day that's going to stay active for us for Wednesday. And then we'll warm up to 52 degrees on Thursday. Friday, we drop down with the temperatures, a high of only 39 degrees. Saturday, scattered showers will continue to push through the region, as well as Sunday, and we stay warmer than usual. Then we drop like a stone again for Monday. We want to also say one quick other reminder. Be sure that you download our weather app. It's going to be able to give you the hour-by-hour breakdown of what's happening in and around your specific neighborhood so we can keep you updated on what to expect and anticipate in your area.
Thank you very much, Paul. Well, in March, Indian River families will go to referendum as the school district looks for more money. The district announced today it will hold 3 public meetings before the vote to provide information about the referendum. Funding would be for increased operating costs and the recruitment and retention of staff. Community members will have the opportunity to ask questions during each meeting. For this full story and some details of all the meetings, you can visit CoastTV.com.
In consumer news, there are very few sweet deals on chocolate this Valentine's Day. In fact, the price tag on chocolate treats might leave a bitter taste in your mouth. One expert says you can expect to see chocolate prices jump around 10 to 20% over just last year. The price of cocoa has more than doubled since the beginning of 2024. It hit a record high in December. The cost of manufacturing chocolate has increased by more than 167% in the last 2 years, and retailers have raised prices accordingly.
Pretty soon, you'll be able to get a lift without a Lyft driver. Lyft has announced it will start using autonomous vehicles, which could debut in Dallas by 2026. The rideshare company joined forces with a Japanese company who will own the fleet of cars that feature self-driving technology. Officials at Lyft say once these cars are out, customers can choose if they would like to go driverless. We'll be right back.
It's the President's Sale at Johnny Janosic. Get Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices, plus 0% APR till 2028, and an extra 15% off through President's Day Monday at Johnny Janosic Furniture and Mattresses.
Winter is here and it's time to stay cozy. But is your heating system ready to play its part? Don't roll the dice on comfort or safety. Call FH Fur for our $69 heating maintenance and safety inspection. We'll fine-tune your system so it's ready to tackle winter's chill. No sweat or shivers. With nearly 40 years of trusted service, FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical are the pros who've seen and fixed it all.
877-GOLFER. FHFur.com.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
Dandelions, a bright yellow warning that now is the time for prevention because crabgrass and clover aren't far behind. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for nearly 30 years. From soil to trees, grass and weeds, Hillside's certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
Severe weather can take a toll on your roof. Don't wait until it's too late. Reinvest your tax refund into your most valuable asset, your home, with a new roof from Spicer Brothers. Experience unmatched protection and durability with top quality materials and expert craftsmanship you can trust.
Have total confidence in your investment with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee. For a limited time, get 50% off installation plus financing options as low as $99 a month.
Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Johnny Janosic knows that home is where family memories are made. Family owned and operated for over 70 years. We offer the best brands of furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices. Experience the difference at Johnny Janosic.
We're going to take another look at our Coast TV poll this evening. We want to know what is the best part of a snow day.
Let's see what you guys think. Before, most people were saying scenic views. That's still the most popular answer, but we're changing things up. A lot of people now saying staying cozy indoors. That's always the best.
I'm a big fan of both of those things. It's best if you can be cozy indoors with a scenic view. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at coasttvnews.com or use the Coast TV mobile app. And don't forget, Coast TV News is going to be your source for this winter storm tonight. We'll have coverage on TV, on coasttv.com, on our apps, and even on radio stations.
We want to take a look outside right now. Here's a live rendition of what's going on at this present time. We're showing you what's happening in the Ocean City area right now. We're starting to see the accumulation that's beginning to thicken a bit for us on some of the rooftops. Now, this is also indicative to the rate in which we started. We started off with the top of the half hour with the same location where you could kind of see a little bit of the roof, but then within the last half hour, which is why we wanted to specifically focus on this, we're actually seeing a thickening to the point where you can't see the roof any longer. That's indicating a very strong case for an inch to an inch and a half per hour as it pertains to this, the amount of density or the amount of rate that's falling with this particular snowstorm. Now, we anticipate for the next 4 to 5 hours, at the very least, this is going to continue to stick around for us, not only in Ocean City, but our entire viewing area. The winter storm warning is active for the rest of the night. until we get to, let's say, 7 o'clock for Sussex County and 10 o'clock for the immediate Ocean City area. What you're seeing right now is just the enveloping of the entire system, where all of our precipitation is now changed over to snow, and it is going to stay and stick around for the next few days. So accumulation is about to happen, especially now that the sun is going down. And then as we go into the second part of this, because I mentioned earlier this is a 1, 2, 3 punch. Well, here's punch number 2 going into 3. More rain is going to follow behind it, so we're not expecting for it to stick around for too long of a period of time. With all that rain, hey, Charles, since you're our umbrella winner, it's going to be kind of handy for you to use this. He's out of Millsboro. We're glad that we could help you out. We are also updating you not only with our app, but also with our weather line, sponsored by Broxette Mendalis and Federico. And then finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Even after we deal with today's code red, we have a code yellow because of the rain for Wednesday.
Alrighty, well, thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news and more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.